A true psychedelic, as I define it, is a 5-HT2A agonist. And basically, these are the classic psychedelics: DMT, LSD, psilocybin, mescaline. All of these things are 5-HT2A agonists. What's more interesting now, and what's emerging now, is these long-term effects: neuroplasticity, synaptogenesis, the plasticity of the brain, which these substances foster. And that is the basis of, I think, the long-term beneficial effect. A lot of people are into microdosing. I'm a skeptic, but I have microdosed. It's fine to microdose, but don't forget, just around the corner, there's a world of wonder. Microdosing is not enough. You need to look deep into the psychedelic experience once in a while, just to remind yourself. I'm both dismayed and kind of amused by all the efforts going on right now in the drug development arena to develop non-psychedelic psychedelics. Compounds that will fix whatever is wrong with you, but you don't have to deal with the inconvenience of an actual psychedelic experience. In my opinion, this is complete bullshit. I just don't think you can decouple the psychedelic experience from the internal changes in brain architecture and wiring and so on. You have to have a psychedelic experience.
What do you make of the right's kind of move to support ibogaine?
Well, I'm happy that they're going to put resources toward ibogaine, and I think ibogaine is really interesting. It's interesting how the right is with respect to these things. It's like, oh, it benefits veterans. Everything for the veterans, right? If it benefits veterans, we support it. Well, what about the rest of us? Lots of people who are never in combat or in the military, they have issues with trauma and traumatic brain injury and all of these things. It doesn't really matter. Whatever the rationale is, I'm really happy to see that they're making it a priority. But given the people that are involved, which I have nothing but disrespect, there's plenty of opportunity for them to screw it up. And I expect they probably will at some point because they're idiots. But out of that, some funds may be diverted to competent labs. And I think ibogaine has great promise. I was really surprised and saddened by what happened to Nolan Williams. I don't know if you know about that. He was a neuroscientist at Stanford working on ibogaine. He's the one that's been doing all these brain scans with the veterans and so on. Absolutely brilliant scientist. He gave a talk last year at Psychedelic Science that just blew my mind. I went to his lecture and I looked at this and I thought, this is a guy at the top of his game and he's going to change neuroscience. And he was well liked by the whole community. And then like 2 or 3 months after Psychedelic Science got the news that he'd committed suicide.
It's so sad.
And it's so sad, and it's so sort of ironic because, you know, a lot of the veterans and people he treated, they have suicidal ideation. They struggle with this. I don't think he ever took ibogaine. He was an observer, not a participant. But ibogaine is one of those that novel chemistry, not really totally elucidated, and it does seem to have these, if there's a broad spectrum medicine that could really sort of rebalance the brain in so many systems. Yeah, this should be investigated for sure. So you've heard about this news about this boletus? Just very, very peculiar.
Have you experienced it?
Well, I'm not about to take it because it lasts 2 or 3 days. Sometimes it lasts for weeks. The interesting thing is it does not seem to be, there's no cultural context. Everybody sees the same thing. But what's interesting is that it does seem to be
a universal experience.
It's not context. Yeah, it's not context specific. It's universal. And what does it mean that everybody sees little people? I mean, are we uncovering some layer of reality that is always there, but we don't have the lenses to see it? And it's not psilocybin, clearly. This is a new compound. This is the cutting edge. We're in touch with Colin Damnauer, and he's going to contribute some courses to our ethnobotany curriculum, and he's going to present at ESPD 60, and turns out to be just a really nice guy and brilliant mycologist. So that's a good thing.
From ibogaine to the search for non-psychedelic psychedelics to the mystery of the boletus, these scientific frontiers are reshaping not only neuroscience, but also how we think of consciousness and what we call reality. And perhaps the bigger lesson, as we continue pushing the boundaries of science, we are reminded of the humility explained in episode 1 and the responsibility and reciprocity from episode 2 to protect the ecosystems, preserve the knowledge, and respect the cultures that make discoveries like these possible.